Have you ever wondered why you keep making the same mistakes in relationships, career choices, or personal habits? What if I told you that understanding human nature could be the key to breaking these cycles and finally taking control of your life? Today we're diving deep into Robert Greene's masterpiece that reveals the hidden forces driving every decision you make. Picture this scenario. You've just ended your third toxic relationship this year. Each time you promised yourself it would be different, yet here you are again, wondering what went wrong. According to Greene, the problem isn't finding the right person. The problem is that you don't understand your own nature well enough to recognize the patterns you're unconsciously creating. This brings us to Greene's first fundamental principle about human irrationality. Your emotions are running the show more than you realize. They make you react instead of think carefully. They color your perception of reality based on how you feel rather than what's actually happening. That joint you reach for when stressed? That impulse purchase you regret later? These aren't random acts of weakness. They're your emotional brain overriding your rational decision-making process. To regain control, you need to trace your emotions back to their source. Ask yourself why you're really reaching for that comfort behavior. What underlying need or fear is driving it? When you understand the root cause, you can address it directly instead of just managing symptoms. Here's where it gets interesting. While you're learning to manage your own irrational tendencies, you also need to accept that everyone else is equally irrational. Stop trying to change people or expecting them to behave logically. This acceptance will save you enormous amounts of mental energy and emotional turmoil. Now let's talk about narcissism, which has been steadily increasing since the 1970s and spiked dramatically after 2000. We're living in an age of unprecedented self-absorption, amplified by social media. The antidote isn't self-hatred. It's transforming that inward focus into genuine empathy for others. This means literally putting down your phone and paying attention to the real people around you. Everyone is performing a role, including you. Your friends' Instagram lives look perfect, but that's just their carefully curated performance. Learning to read through people's masks while consciously choosing which mask to wear yourself becomes a crucial life skill. This isn't about being fake. It's about understanding that we all adapt our presentation based on context and using this knowledge strategically. Your character was largely formed during early childhood and reinforced through daily habits. Fighting against your natural tendencies usually backfires and makes those traits stronger. Instead of trying to become someone completely different, learn to work with your existing character structure. If you're naturally introverted, don't force yourself to become a loud salesperson. Find ways to use your natural listening skills and thoughtful approach to excel in roles that suit your temperament. The psychology of desire reveals something fascinating about human nature. We want most intensely what we cannot have or what seems just out of reach. This principle explains why absence makes the heart grow fonder and why playing hard to get can be effective. Understanding this helps you avoid falling into the trap of always wanting more while also recognizing when others might be using scarcity tactics to manipulate your desires. Most people care far more about immediate gratification than long-term consequences. This short-sightedness keeps you trapped in cycles of poor decision-making. Companies exploit this by selling quick fixes instead of sustainable solutions. Recognizing this tendency in yourself allows you to pause and consider future implications before acting on immediate impulses. Defensiveness blocks learning and growth. When you're too focused on protecting your ego or proving you're right, you miss opportunities to gain valuable insights. Staying open-minded doesn't mean being gullible. It means being secure enough in yourself to consider new information without feeling threatened. Self-sabotage often stems from deep-seated beliefs about what you deserve or fear of success. Your attitude can be consciously changed, though sometimes it takes a significant life event to create lasting transformation. Small, consistent actions that align with your goals help reprogram these self-defeating patterns over time. Everyone has a shadow side containing impulses and desires they'd rather not acknowledge. Completely repressing these aspects of yourself often leads to unexpected explosions of negative behavior. Instead of denying your dark impulses, acknowledge them, and find constructive ways to channel that energy. The key insight running through all these principles is that human nature operates according to predictable patterns. Once you understand these patterns in yourself and others, you gain tremendous power to navigate relationships, make better decisions, and create the life you actually want instead of just reacting to whatever happens to you. These 9 laws represent just the beginning of a deeper understanding of human psychology. By applying these insights consistently, you'll start noticing dramatic improvements in your relationships, career progress, and personal satisfaction. The question isn't whether these patterns exist. The question is whether you'll choose to understand and work with them or continue being unconsciously controlled by forces you don't recognize. Remember, knowledge without application remains powerless. Start implementing these insights today and watch how differently people respond when you truly understand what drives human behavior at its deepest level.